Hello everyone, welcome back to Simulated Heaven and welcome to my unboxing video of the Moza Racing HBP Handbrake. I'm very excited to see what this feels like and what it looks like. I've heard a lot about it online already and yeah, I bought this because I thought it would be really good when I do the dirt racing or the rallycross racing on the computer obviously. I thought it would be a great way for me to be able to apply the brake on very tight corners. You can obviously use a button on the wheel for that, but I feel it doesn't feel very natural for me to do that. So I thought that this would hopefully feel a bit more normal. Anyway, without further ado, you can see it's the regular Moza Racing style of box with an image of the product. It says here, as you can see, the name of the product. Again, they always have some of the features on the side of the box. I'm not going to read it out. You can pause the video if you want to read it yourself. And then usually they have the exact same image on both sides. No, actually on this one it's not exactly the same. They're showing, because the handbrake has a couple of functions. You can have it like this, or you can have it like this at an angle. So then it would be like a regular one in a regular car. Well, I don't know if you can remember what a regular handbrake used to look like in a regular car, because these days they all have e-brakes and things like that, don't they? This box has slightly more detailed information on the side, like that. Again, if you want to look at that, you should pause it. Just all the barcodes and all the regular information about this product in English and in Chinese. Okay, so I think that's that. Let's unbox it. Okay, let's try and take it out with care. I know that I am not always the most careful when it comes to these things. Right, so straight away we've got ourselves a manual, a very simple one. Let me take it out. I mean, I wouldn't even really call it a manual. I'd call it more like a quick start guide. Again, we've got 2 pages. One is in English. Yep. This is the English side. And then they have it in Chinese on the other side. I'm sure that if you want more information about the product, you can look online. I'm sure they have a lot more information on their website. Right, you've got the cables again, the same as when I unboxed some of the other Moza products. We've got a power cable, and we've got a cable that can be used to connect all of the Moza Racing things together, especially if you have the Moza Racing hub. That's very good for that. Right, and then you've got, now this requires some kind of assembly, so I would say this is a little bit harder to assemble than the other things that I have had from Moza Racing, because you see we've got springs and we've got a spanner in there, we've got some washers in there, we've got a rubber thing here. I suppose the pedals that I bought from Moza Racing, they were also a little bit like this, but yeah. So for this you will definitely need to read the manual and make sure you are doing that in the right way. The last thing you want to do is ruin it. So this is the handle here of the handbrake, nicely wrapped. Let me take it out of the wrapping so we can see it. Wow, so again, the quality is great. You know, it's a metal finished object, a machined object. It looks great. I don't see any imperfections on the object. Feels quite heavy. Yeah, that's nice. And I'll say again, this is why I really like this particular brand. I find that they have really nice quality and the price is really pretty good usually. Right, so I think we've just got the other part here. This is, let's put this back here for now. So yeah, this is the other part. here we go. So this is the base. Of course, this part is plastic, but this part is made out of metal. And here, it does feel like, oh, and there's a spring inside already, see? So maybe the spring is if you want to replace the spring here with one that's a bit stronger or weaker. I will read the manual to find out more. We've got all the connectors there at the back, which is good to know. Yeah, the Moza Racing logo there. But yeah, it feels like a nice quality item. The same as the handle. And then obviously I'm going to have to go away, read the manual and work out what I need to use to attach them all together. So thank you for watching this unboxing. I hope it was informative and I'll see you in the next one. Hello, I wanted to come back now that I have assembled the Handbrake. I want to say that this is the only time I've had an issue with anything from Moza Racing. The diagrams or the pictures were so small I can hardly see what I'm supposed to do. It does kind of describe what you're doing, but not well enough. For example, there are washers included, but it doesn't really explain in the words where the washers are supposed to go, right, for this part, right? Because this is about if you want to replace the spring. And by the way, I think both of the springs are the same amount of tension. It's just one of them is a different color, I think. Well, that's what I can work out from reading the user manual anyway. So yeah, and then when you look at the diagram, they're so small, you can't really see where the washer is supposed to go. So I've kind of worked it out myself using a bit of common sense. I'm hoping it's the correct way. If any of you have this and you see I've done it incorrectly, I've just put like a washer in the middle and a washer on either side. Yeah, but that was how I could work out how to do it. Again, I can't really show you the action very well because this is not properly mounted, but using my hand to hold it, it does feel pretty good. And I think this is going to be great as a brake. But yeah, it's just a shame. I mean, I'm sure if I went online, maybe I can find a bigger version of this online. I didn't really try, but if you're struggling, maybe that's what you could do. Look online for like a bigger version of the user manual. But I would recommend to Moza, yes, it's great you've got a user manual, but please make it larger and easier for us to read and describe everything in detail. Anyway, thanks for watching.